guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend or a great day if you're watching this in the future. Today we're going to review Thenasil, who is one of the best healers, certainly in the epic category inside the game. Today we're going to talk about what kind of team to kind of build around him, where to be using him inside the game, and how to build him, how to gear him up, his masteries, all that good stuff. I do want to give a quick shout out to Space Station Gaming. For those of you who don't know, I am a co-owner there, and our Rainbow Six team, big shout to Unit who kind of put that team together. I don't know if you guys follow any esports, but they took home the World Championship this weekend. So really excited, bringing the title back to North America. It was huge, over 130,000 concurrents on Twitch. It was just so exciting. But anyway, back to Raid. We have Thenasil, High Elf. He's Force Affinity, so really good there. You can see his reviews are going to be pretty solid across the board. We're going to review him as well, but let's start out by taking a look at his kit, right? So Spring Lullaby on his A1 attacks one enemy, 15% chance of placing a sleep debuff for one turn. Now that can be booked up. Now booking on Thenasil is interesting. You only really want one thing. So he's the type of champion who you want to put books into until you get the cooldown -1 on Oak Skinned, and then after that, not that big of a deal at all, right? Do you really need this extra, 10, 20, 35% chance of the sleep on the A1? Nah, you really don't, unless you really just want to kind of min-max him and make him, suitable for arena. But again, he's not really used in endgame arena. He's used endgame support in dungeons, but not necessarily in the arena. So the sleep, especially if you're on auto in dungeons, kind of useless because your other champs are just going to wake up those enemies that he put to sleep. Therefore, books are pretty pointless on his A1. Now, when you talk about Thenasil, it's all about his A2, right? Oak Skinned ability. And this is where you do want to get that cooldown down to 3 turns because it's an increased defense, a strong version of increased defense by 60% on all of your allies, and it heals all of your allies as well by 25% of this champion's max hit points, which is really good. I mean, a lot of healers are based on the other champions, the champions that you're healing their max HP. He's based on his own max HP, so for that reason, you want to build him with a lot of hit points, right? And his attacks are based on attack, but I don't prioritize attack. I'm really kind of building my Thenasil to be all about staying alive and keeping your team alive so they can do the brunt of the damage, okay? So the heal, it can be booked. You can get an extra, 20% on your heals, and the cooldown again can be turned to 3 turns. That way, if you build him fast enough, you're keeping that increased defense on your whole team almost the entire battles, right? And then Wither is his A3, attacks all enemies, so it is an AoE, decreases the duration of all enemy buffs by 1 turn. So again, it's an interesting ability, but again, that you can see that cooldown on level 5, but just to reiterate, I don't think books are that important because look at the cooldown on this ability anyway, right? It's 6 turns without that book. So sure, if you want to go totally max, go for it, but having a 6 turn to a 5 turn, not that big of a deal. It can put out a decent amount of damage. It's not going to be like a AoE nuke ability. The decreased duration of all enemy buffs is interesting, but again, not like it's removing those buffs, just decreasing by 1 turn, so it's really nothing to write home about. When you talk about his kit on Thenasil, it's all about Oak Skinned. It really is. His aura is a resist in dungeons by 70. Not too bad, honestly. Resist is an underrated, I think, category of stats in the game. I'm a big fan of resist, but usually you can find something better, like an increased defense or even increased attack in some situations might be better for your team overall. So if you don't have an aura, go ahead and use it. It's not the worst, certainly not the best either, though. Let's talk about his masteries, guys. So I have him going down to War Master, but there's a couple different ways to build him. War Master, if he's in your clan boss team, I recommend having War Master because that damage does kind of add up, does kind of stack up. But of course, you can go down the defense tree as well. In the defense tree, you're going to be landing on Deterrence, and you're going to be landing on, I recommend Cycle of Vengeance if you want to go down defense. Now on support too, you have another option. You can go into Timely Intervention, increases this champion's turn meter by 20% whenever an ally hero drops below 25% HP. So there's definitely some, if I had to redo mine, now that I'm saying this as I'm doing the guide, I apologize, but I think I would go with Timely Intervention because again, I'm not using him in Clan Boss. I don't really need that War Master. I don't need him to put out damage anywhere else on my team. The only way I would recommend going War Master is if you have him in Clan Boss. That's where I played him originally when I pulled him. So that's why I have it on War Master. Still not the end of the world. I would advise going down the left-hand side of the support tree though as well. So of course, guys, give you a few options there. Do what you think best suits where you're going to be using your Thenasil. So for him, now I talk about this a lot here on the channel, but broken sets, not the end of the world. You don't have to always have those sets. Of course, in a perfect world, you would, but here I only have an accuracy set on him for the boosted 40 accuracy. And even with the accuracy, not that necessary on him, right? Accuracy is not as super important. I just happen to have good HP gear with accuracy on it. So again, yeah, sure, accuracy, whatever, can help land that sleep or remove those buffs from the opponent or reduce them. But other than that, it's really not that high in terms of a stat priority. Your stat priorities on your Thenasil are going to be HP percentage, HP, defense percentage, and then attack percentage, crit rate, crit damage, if you want to make sure, if you want to be dealing damage with him, right? Me, again, it's not super important to me, so I don't have that prioritized, and I would change his masteries to kind of suit that if I had to go back and do it over, which I do because I think I have a reroll, so I will go ahead and do that, okay? And speed definitely is important on him as well. So we can see how I built him here. Total stats, well, good God, 72,000 HP, right? So that's a lot of hit points on my Thenasil because, again, he is healing on that oak skin by 25% of his max HP. So 25% of his 70k max HP might be 50% of my other champion's total HP. So that's why it's really beautiful to have it based on his max hit points. You can build him to have high max HP. Now, other than that, his attack, whatever, his speed is 171. I like that to be around, 160 to, and above. And the reason being, well, that actually goes to show you, that you really need some speed boots on him in order to achieve that. So I would recommend speed boots. Crit rate, crit damage, again, you can build that higher if you want to. Again, if you want to get damage, if you're going for Clan Boss, I would focus a little bit less on having that HP be that high. You can get away just fine with it being at like 60k in exchange for a higher crit rate on him as well. And then for his gear, you guys can take a look at what I have on him. Essentially, I just went for max HP, right? I just went for big heals with some speed. And that's it. This is simple as that, right? So HP, a 3 roll on that HP, sure, I'll take it. Divine crit rate, don't even care what set it's from. If I'm going to be getting, 25% HP on my weapon, I'll take that, right? And then more HP, double roll on the helmet. I have a 1 roll HP, not even glyphed out here on the shield. It's not even a great shield for him because I don't need all that accuracy, but it is what it is. HP gauntlets, HP chest plate, and speed on the boots. You can definitely get away with going defense if you want on one of those abilities. I think, or one of those chest or gauntlets, I think I would suggest you guys, if you're using him for Clan Boss, test out going 1 HP in 1 defense on the gauntlets and the chest, or if you want, again, try out those crit rate on the gauntlets. So you have some flexibility in how you want to build your Thenasil. And then again, it's all about HP on the ring. I went defense on the amulet, didn't get any great rolls on that, and then an HP on the banner. This is the best HP banner I had available for high elves. Not that amazing, but hey, I'll take it. Anything to boost up that HP a little bit higher. And again, he's kind of a jack of all trades type champion, right? Clan Boss, he can be used. You don't see him too much in like Ultra Nightmare, but you can use him all the way up to Nightmare. You can use him in Ultra Nightmare as well, but he's just not like, he's not super popular when you get that high end, right? Campaign locations, he's great. He's just a type of arena offense. I'll give him a good, but he's not, again, he's not like high end arena, and he's not really part of a nuking comp either. Because again, he's not doing any debuffs, so he's all right, but or I should say, not a nuking comp, but a speed comp. And a lot of you guys are just farming arena, right? You're not just necessarily trying to push high; you're just trying to farm. So he's not really best suited in a very fast nuking speed comp in the arena, and he's not meta high end. So for that reason, I'll give him a 4 instead of a 5. But he's definitely usable. And then Clan Boss, again, I give him a 5. Dragon's Lair, 5. He's going to be keeping your team alive. He's going to be healing you up. Spider's Den, not crazy. But again, if you're just looking for that extra heals to get you through, go ahead and use him. I'll give him a good. Miniatures Labyrinth, he's amazing. Ice Golem's Peak, he's great. All the keeps, he's pretty much great. You can see, yeah, Fire Knight, I guess, would be the only place where I would say probably better options out there. But again, if you need somebody to kind of be supporting your entire team and just keeping you alive because you cannot break through, you need that higher defense, of course, you can use him there as well. So we'll give him a very good with the heal, and then Faction Wars, very good as well. So there we go. That's going to be his rankings. He's a really solid champion, guys. Let's go ahead and use him. You know what, I always do Dragon Slayer because it's a little bit faster on these review videos, but let's go ahead and do Ice Golems. I already have a team with him built. Now he pairs really, really nicely with Tyrell because Tyrell does the opposite of him. Like, he handles all the debuffs, and then you have Thenasil to handle all the buffs and the heals. They're a really nice kind of duo. They're almost like, in my mind, because they're both high elves too, they're almost like they should have like a tandem ability when on the same team, right? Because it almost feels that way. They're very similar except for exact opposites. Does that make any sense? Not really, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? So yeah, you have the decreased defense and the decreased attack on Tyrell, then you have the heals and the defense on your Thenasil. So let's go ahead with this team and see how we do here. We can take a look at what he's all about, how he's going to be healing the team and whatnot. I would put him, just my opinion, but I would put him like right next to Vrask as the two best healers in the epic and all epic champions. Let me know if you disagree with that and if you think that it should be somebody else. And I think I just got some sort of a game freeze. That's really cool. Well, I'll come back at you in like 1 second. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. No idea what happened there. But anyway, you can see the team is very, very well healed up here. I have dealing damage. I have Coldheart dealing almost all of my damage on this team, plus the poisons from Bad El and Nethril. But in terms of like the heavy hitters, it's all going to be about debuffing with my Tyrell, healing everybody with my Thenasil, and then just making it, see, we're able to make it through the waves very easily in only a minute, which is not that bad in terms of timing. So here, this is like a sketchy situation right before his first kind of AoE attack on the Ice Golem. So we'd like to get some of those increased defense up right now, but you can see he's not able to get it up, so we're going to take a lot of damage here. But let's see, it just didn't have it on cooldown either. So this is kind of probably going to be the sketchiest situation that we run through in this battle, this next kind of attack. Let's see if we can get a heal. Okay, we get the defense up, we get the heal up, and unfortunately Nethril might die though. We'll see. And no, he's barely clinging on to life right now. Could use a big heal, but we just did it. So let's see what we can do. Or some turn meter manipulation or something. The continuous heal is on him right now. Let's see. Even if we lose him, though, I'm pretty confident we'll still be able to beat the Ice Golem. So there we go. He's still clinging on to life there. But you can see that big heal. Did you guys see that heal landing? That was key. And, I'm not going to go ahead and show you, like, every area of the game with Thenasil because it's basically the same. You guys get the picture of what he's doing, right? He's putting out not a ton of damage. He has the AoE, but it's really about, again, his A2. It's about getting as many of those A2s as you can, building him with a lot of HP, and he's able to pick the entire team up, as you saw. Just when things were looking like, oh boy, it might not be looking so swell, he was able to get that, and again, he just lands it there. Probably not the best time for him to land it, right? But the increased defense does help, keeps Coldheart alive. Now I would like that heal, but you know how it is on auto, right? Sometimes you just can't. Luck of the draw, right? Heat Seeker's down, but it's not on the, see, this is what happens when you go auto, right? We probably could have maybe not ended it, but got really close to, had that Heartseeker landed, on the Golem. But there's his AoE again. Now we have to deal with the two spawns, and Coldheart's down. So this might be, this is some fun play-by-play here. We might not be able to finish this off. We don't have a big damage dealer now. It's going to be all about that poison. But again, with this team, I'm pretty confident we can keep everybody alive. Now, there's other options too. You don't need to. I have 2 legendaries in this team, of course. You can definitely get by with no legendaries. Plenty of teams that can get that done as well. I do like having 2 healers or 2 shield type champions. And any team that I'm going to be bringing into to Fire Knight. So I keep saying Fire Knight, Ice Golem, my bad, guys. So here we go. The poisons will finish him off here, and there you have it. So in 3 minutes 36 seconds, actually it was pretty fast for me at least. I haven't been farming a lot of Ice Golem though. Chest, we can put that in the trash, and that's gonna be it, guys. So I guess I'll take him really quickly through a quick campaign. Battle Pass, let's see what we got here. Sure, I'll take it. A quick campaign farm for you guys, and let's just I don't know. Let's put him into stage 3 and put him with. So I already have, like, I was getting that like heal daily challenge done, so I put a bunch of healers all on the same team, was able to do it in 1 turn. But now let's go ahead and go with him as kind of the main healer. Let's get that defense up with, let's put that tandem in there, but I don't want to put any legendaries in there either. So you can always tell Thenasil by his crazy look that he has on like his photo avatar. So let's go ahead and put in some rares or something with him. Give us a challenge here, right? Let's see. Where's Bellower? Did I pass him? I feel like I'm the biggest idiot when it comes to finding. There he is. Okay, cool. And then let's go with... we need somebody to do some damage here on this comp. So let's put Cold Heart in there and see how we do. See if we can keep her alive, right? So here we go. Gonna go ahead and first wave should be pretty easy, but then it's wave 2 and 3. We'll see how we do here in Nightmare. Why is Agalins in my chat saying, why is ass not blocked? What? What is my clan talking about right now? Anyway, so here we go. We could use that that heal coming up. There it is. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. So we're going to be freshly healed here going into wave number 2. Shields give more gold in the campaign. So if you're going to be farming any level, you should go with level 3 because you get more gold from, or silver rather, from selling your shields. So that's why when we speed farm or use our auto attacks, if we're going to be on campaign, we always go stage 3, get those extra silver. So things are looking pretty good here, guys, you know, pretty solid. Again, this is not a speed comp. I just wanted to purposely not include any legendaries and give you guys a feel for, with 2 rare champions, kind of what it would look like. But you can see our health is, you know, we're keeping Cold Heart alive just fine. Got the debuffs from Bellower and Tyrell, which is actually really redundant to have them both on the same team now that I think about it. Probably get by with just having like an apothecary in there instead of one of those 2. Coldheart does die here. Let's see if we can complete things. Yeah, we'll be able to keep everybody. That heal went off 1 turn too late there, unfortunately, but still able to complete things, only losing 1 champion, it looks like here. And yeah, that will end the guide here on Thenasil, guys. I hope I kind of gave you an accurate illustration of his strengths and, you know, some of his weaknesses as well in the game, where you're going to be using him. Again, you can use him really up until end game and pretty much everywhere in the game. I know a lot of people do use him in arena and kind of mid game, but again, for me, for my taste, I like, if I'm going to be farming arena, I just want it to be super fast. I don't see him as like a key part of a really, really fast team. Just my opinion, but that would be maybe one of his weaknesses, even though I do see people using him plenty on like arena defense to kind of give their team a defensive boost. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And as always, take care, guys.